Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Kadardar and today I will be showing you how to get through the tanking gold in the proving grounds with a blood decay. Now I need to say, of course, as you assume, this is all about survival and placing the ads right. So you will start off with some pretty simple mobs. They just hit you for physical damage and they will knock you back. Then the wind guard will attack your healer, which you need a taunt of, dead grip, or just taunt, whatever you prefer. So as the trial assumes, it's all about survival, while your healer and your DPS is killing off the mobs for you. So this is a pretty fun one because these little creatures, those rabbits, also known as vermins, are chomping your armor while you have a magic caster shooting at you. The trick is just to keep interrupting them and maybe use a cooldown to prevent the physical damage, depending on how good your armor is and just how many death strikes you can get out. So I used my bone shield because it was the easiest thing to do. So here is the third wave, which will start off with a few simple mobs, and there will be a ambusher. These ambushers are actually monkeys throwing bananas as a fan of knives. This fan of knives leaves a debuff on you that decreases your movement. As well, you need to place them away from your healer because they will deal an amount of damage on your healer, which you don't want. So just keep them away, like approximately this, how far I'm standing, and you're done. There's also one thing extra to note. Compared with the DPS trial, it doesn't matter if you kill the mobs within the timer, but the slower you kill them, the more intense the battle will get. So this is the fourth wave. You will get a few of these wind guards and a monkey. Now this is where things could get interesting, especially because I messed up with the third wave, which I didn't kill in time. But that's basically all the ads that spawn for wave 4. So you have a lot more time to finish them off. So you can basically permit yourself that little extra time. So the fifth wave consists out of a pyro blaster, which you can simply interrupt. But you don't want it to get hit too much. As well, there will be a wind guard. Just taunt it. There's another ambusher. So I used my Army of the Dead here, and when I made it, I thought this was a mistake because, you know, the last wave is supposed to be pretty heavy. But for me, this was the best time to use my Army of the Dead. So I cut the mobs down. Well, not exactly in the timer, but it doesn't really matter. So now you're introduced to a new ad, which is called a large illusion. These are maybe one of your worst enemies if they are combined with ambushers, because they will stun you and you will get some heavy hits. If you do get hit, keep in mind Icebound Fortitude can get you out of the stunned effect, but it comes with a price of a 3-minute cooldown, so you don't want to get hit too much. As you can see, I'm using my Necrotic Plague because it's a lot easier to maintain on multiple targets, and I would actually recommend you using it in the trial. Maybe if you need some healing and you're able to keep up the diseases quite right, then you could use maybe Breath of Cindergosa for an extra heal. But I found Necrotic Plague to be more reliable in this fight for me. So as you can see, this large illusion is growing bigger now. And how bigger it is, the harder it starts hitting. They are fairly easy if they're alone, but just like I said, with multiple adds, this could be a problem. As you can see, I'm stunned now, I can't get out, and I'm taking some damage from the ambusher. But because the big mob was already almost dead, the healer killed it. Okay, so here comes another big one. This large ad really starts large. And to be honest, you first want to kill the magic user, because this one can deal some good damage even to you and your healer, and basically really fuck up your space to kite around. So there's an ambusher. So here's another ambusher. If you can get the ambushers away before, I would recommend you do that, because if the healer doesn't take any damage, all the healing will go through to you every time the healer deals damage, which is the best you can get. Here is a pyrocaster, just interrupted, and you're done. There comes an ambusher, instantly get it away from the healer. I failed at it to instantly get it away, so that means the first heal would be going towards the healer in this case, which you actually don't want. So from here on, things could get pretty messy, because you got a wind guard and a very large ad. Luckily for me, I had an Icebound Fortitude ready. And there is an ambusher as well, which will slow your movement and really making it hard to dodge the big ad's slams. So in this case I went first for the big ad, because the big ad will deal more damage to me if he's able to stun me. As you can see, I'm stunned over here now. I'm gonna take some damage. It's not that bad, but you simply don't want to get hit by it. So this is wave 10, this is the last wave. And as you can see, I could get very close to dying at some points. But I had no army of the dead to basically save me from damage. But I still did make it. So it's not impossible to do it without it. With these big ads, if they really are going to get a hit on you, you are going to take quite a lot of damage. So over here I really healed myself very fast, because there was almost no other way. So from this point I decided to keep an eye out on my healer in case it gets attacked, but as well aim for the lowest health mobs, because this will give you a little bit more space to use a little bit more of cooldowns. So from this point it was getting very frustrating with all the ads and like that, and I got a stun. And this is where it really got intense. But because I've saved some cooldowns, I was able to easily get myself up. And yeah, when you basically get one big head down, you're almost totally safe. This is the last ad. And basically from this point I knew I won it. There was no real reason for me to think I was going to lose this. So I would like to thank you all for watching. If this guide helped you, please like, subscribe, comment, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Have a nice day.